Welcome back to another episode of That Don't Sound Right, a podcast about talking. We're your co-hosts. I'm Peter Billin.
I'm Cecil Davis.
And we're just trying to have a conversation without Googling or fact-checking. Those things can so easily kill the conversation.
Here's the topic for tonight, Peter.
What's up?
You've seen this before.
Yeah.
So what I have here is a bag.
All right.
And in the bag, for our listeners only, I have a black nylon bag with a tie on it.
It's about the size of a number 10 tin, one of those big. It's about the size of a big, one of the big tin cans that maybe you bought Costco coffee in.
Now those tin cans, the number 10s, I used to carry them backpacking.
Yeah, we did.
They're called billy cans.
You call them billy cans?
And we would cook in them.
Well, that's what we would do.
All right.
But we would just boil water really in them.
So what this is just
it's about the size of a number 10
solo stove, which we talked about recently.
We did.
Funny, where I sent you on a wild goose chase for what appeared to be a solo stove.
Right.
But this is the tabletop solo stove.
It is a small one, isn't it?
Yeah, and so on the inside there are a lot of holes. There's holes on the outside, as you can see.
Yeah.
And there's a ring of holes right here on the inside.
Right.
And it's double walled. So there's
Sure.
the wall here and an exterior wall.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is a popular thing these days. Solo stoves. Would you not say?
Oh yeah.
Well, not this size.
But
but
the regular size.
But the regular size or even these sizes are pretty popular.
Are they?
I mean, it's just a popular item.
I've really never seen this size before.
Yeah. It's a popular item to have.
Does it not go like that?
Flips around the other way.
Oh.
It's just a spark screen.
Okay.
Now, the reason these things are so popular, one, they look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Usually they come in stainless steel,
Mm-hmm.
and you set them outside, and they're big enough for a lot of people to sit around.
Yeah.
But do you know what the fascination with these are? What the selling point of a solo stove is?
Well, you can put them on your deck. Two things. You can put them on your deck.
Mhm.
They won't burn the bottom of your deck.
Right.
Second thing is
Comes with a stand.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
They are purportedly smokeless.
They're purportedly smokeless.
Smokeless. That it burns so
Yeah.
efficiently that there
Yes.
is very little smoke coming out of this unit.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. So you can, because people complain about, like, I love a fire.
Yeah.
And I don't mind smelling like a fire.
Right.
I don't like smelling like fire for hours necessarily, but it's nice to sit around the fire and watch the flames, and then you smell like smoke for a while.
Right.
Now, I'm usually the fire builder, so I smell really like smoke.
It's gonna happen regardless.
Now, this does.
The issue with the smoke is
Mhm.
though, it depends on if you're the smoke magnet.
Yes. Right.
If you're the smoke magnet, as everyone's had this problem, you're sitting around a campfire and the smoke comes right in your face.
No matter where you sit.
And you say, okay, I'm getting up, I gotta move. And then what happens? The smoke shifts right in your face.
Yeah. And if you're a smoke magnet, it always goes towards
And there's usually one or two people that are the smoke magnets.
You're exactly right. These work exactly as they are purported to.
Yeah.
They are smokeless.
Yeah.
If you build the fire in here correctly. Now, it took me a while to figure this out.
Okay.
Like the first time I built it, I didn't do it correctly. But
Oh.
if you build it the way they say build it,
Okay.
and maintain it the way they say maintain it,
All right.
it will burn smokeless.
Okay. I believe it.
It's really pretty amazing.
I've
But
I've built fires in this.
Mm.
Our youth group has a couple of these.
Yeah.
And I've built
Yeah.
the fires for them.
Yeah.
And it takes some doing to get it done. And you have got to keep it clean, right? You have to
You have
get
to
all
keep it
that
clean.
ash out of there.
Yep. And you have to keep the fire below this little spark ring or fire ring.
Oh,
right
do
here.
you?
Yeah. So the wood has to be below this. If you get the wood above it, it doesn't work.
Okay.
But we've talked about this before a long time ago. Now, this I'm assuming is probably a patented design at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you couldn't just go and make them. Okay, so this
No.
is solo stove.
There's a very good how I built this
is it?
episode
Yeah.
about the guy who invented the solo stove.
Well, here's the thing that's fascinating to me about this.
Yeah.
So this is the design. I'm gonna hand you something.
Yeah.
All right. Again, I'm gonna describe this to you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see it if you're watching on video. I'm gonna describe it for our listeners. This is a Pepsi-G stove. So
What's the G stand
Pepsi, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah. Okay.
So Pepsi is the Pepsi can. G, like the letter G, stands for Guinness.
Right.
So if you look at this, the top part of this little contraption I handed you is the bottom of a Pepsi can.
Yep.
And the other side of this is the bottom of a Guinness can.
Right.
And I have fitted those two together because if you cut them in half, the two cans in half, the Guinness can is just like a 30-second or less, probably not even a 30-second.
I mean, it's the material. It's the wall thickness of the can.
It's the wall thickness
Difference
of the
in
can.
thickness.
Yeah, and you can slide the two cans together. So what I have in my hand is two cans slid together. And then I created a cylinder out of the Pepsi can to create a inner wall.
An inner wall, that's right.
Before I installed the inner wall with a little what's
JB Weld.
JB Weld, I cut 3 little holes in the bottom.
Right.
And then along the rim of the Pepsi can, I poked a hole maybe every 16th of an inch.
You basically used the push pin, didn't you?
Yeah.
Or
right.
It was easier to use a push pin or a nail. You just pop the little.
So what I've created here is the Pepsi-G stove. Now this was popular with backpackers for years. This is a solo stove. This is open source solo stove. This is, and I'll explain to you why I say that. But this is the premise of the solo stove. So backpackers would build these things out of cans for pennies. I mean, the only money I have in this is the JB Weld.
Yeah.
And you would fill the central well with alcohol, denatured alcohol, and it would go through the 3 holes at the bottom and fill up the double wall.
Right.
Then you would light the central well. That heat would vaporize the alcohol in the double wall, and then that vapor would come out these holes and reignite. And it would create a blue flame, a very hot blue flame.
And eventually the flame on the inside goes out.
Eventually, flame on the alcohol, and then it'll burn out altogether.
No, but I guess I thought once the outer rim lit, it starved the middle of oxygen.
Right. Yeah, it probably does.
And it can't.
I never even thought about that.
There's just a pool of denatured alcohol not burning in the middle, and it's all burning on the sides.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you're vaporizing it, and it's So it's a fascinating little stove. I don't know who came up with that. But I built 2 of them. I used them backpacking. I think you used them.
You let me use one of them at one time. Yeah.
But this is essentially the solo stove. I mean, backpackers have been building non-patented solo stoves for years. Right. So if I'm right, I mean, this is the same concept. So the gases, the wood from burning the wood, is coming up through that double wall in a solo stove and then reigniting as it comes out the holes in the top, because it has a set of holes in the top. That thing is just a big Pepsi-G stove.
Can I offer a slightly different?
Different. This is just my thoughts.
Oh yeah, okay. So
I haven't searched this or Googled or anything. This is my thoughts.
So we've talked. You mentioned the Pepsi-G stove, and I looked at these things and tried to figure out, okay, what makes this smokeless? Yeah. And could I make this myself? Right. Can I make this out of really any kind of fire pit? Yeah. All right. Yeah. But one of the thing that's a little bit different than this than the G stove is that the oxygen for the ring of fire on the Pepsi stove is sitting around the top. Yes. But what this is doing is that it's heating up the double wall on the outside.
The main fires.
The main fire's on the inside. Yep. It's heating up air. It's just air that's on the outside. Okay. And that because that air is warm, it moves to the top. And so it flows to the top. Right. It draws in cool air at the bottom. It gets heated and then goes in the top. And then it comes out these holes. Right. And what happens is that's pure oxygen. Not pure oxygen, but it's fresh air. Yeah. And that mixes with the smoke. Right. And the smoke and the heat and the air cause the smoke to actually burn. Right. And so it really burns. What you're basically doing is you're burning off the smoke. So you're still burning the wood, but the burning of wood is incomplete. Right. And what you get is smoke because there's just not enough oxygen. So what the genius of this thing is it puts more oxygen right at the top to get more to more fuel. Right.
Yeah, I agree completely with what you're saying. The air is flowing into these holes at the bottom. So there's a big set of holes. There, the heat is causing the air because it smokes at the beginning.
Exactly.
Until you get it rolling.
You got to get it rolling, right?
Yeah, and then it's heating the air in here, like you're saying. It's coming out the top. Yeah. Or the cool air is coming in through here and then reigniting and burning the smoke off. And I agree. Go ahead.
Have you ever gotten it to the point where you see small flames coming out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the oxygen blasting into the hot smoke, and that smoke is lighting on fire right in front of you.
This is an old concept.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about even like gas engines, this is essentially what we try to do with the carburetor, right?
Yes.
To some degree, we're trying to get as cold of air and as much air into a carbureted engine as possible.
Right.
That's why, or even a fuel injected engine. That's why, like, you have all these guys that put cold air intakes. On their four-cylinder.
Cold air is denser.
Yeah.
Cold air is denser.
Yeah. And so you're trying to get this cold air in here. But this is a really cool design. But I know what you're saying. It's not the Pepsi-G, but it is essentially a very similar concept.
It's the same idea of using heat in a double wall to make vapor move.
Right.
And burn. And then you get that vapor to burn.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was this TV show that it was basically an apocalyptic kind of simulation.
Yeah.
And so these people were stuck in a warehouse, and they were trying to figure out how to survive. And they had a generator, but no fuel. And what they were able to do is they actually created a big furnace that they burned wood, but they starved it of oxygen, so it couldn't burn completely. And what that generated was a whole lot of smoke, but also gases. And they figured out how to funnel those gases into the carburetor of the engine of the generator.
Nice.
And they're actually able to run the generator without gasoline off the smoke from a badly burning fire. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
But what this is doing is that it's actually adding the oxygen to the badly burning fire.
And burning it off. It's all coming out that piece at the top. And I think this, like we were talking about, does it go like this or it goes like this? But and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this actually helps. It's not covering those holes. I wonder if it deflects the air back down into the stove.
My son got he and his wife got the full size one,
right?
And he finally lit it on his deck, and he sent me a picture. He says, "It is as advertised."
It is.
He loved it.
You've got to use it the way they say do it.
Now, my question is, does this thing give off heat?
This does, yeah.
Yeah.
This gives off a surprising amount of heat.
Does
now,
it?
the thing that fascinates me about this is that it will burn through some fuel.
Oh, because you've got so much oxygen.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to basically have almost like an air dryer on there burning it, right?
Yeah, it'll burn through some fuel. So if you're sitting there, like, I don't know how you would feed one of the big ones. Like this little one,
you're always
burn through some fuel.
You're always putting wood in there.
Always that. So I just chopped up a bunch of pieces about this big that I can feed it with now.
Okay.
This will also burn. This is what they call a dual fuel. This will burn pellets.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, which is again just.
Have you ever tried the pellets?
I haven't tried the pellets, but
I'll have to bring you over a scoop of pellets.
I need to correct something. I told you that I saw a bag of pellets for like $40.
Yeah.
I went back. I was looking at the wrong price.
Okay.
They weren't $40.
Okay.
They were $5.
Okay. All right. Good.
But again, I mean, you'd be feeding this thing constantly. You've got me really thinking now about whether that thing is supposed to be this way or not.
I'm guessing based on the airflow.
That actually makes more sense.
It should be this way.
Yeah. It probably will run even better now.
It might use even more wood.
Once again,
slow it down, flip it upside down.
I have now learned something once again. That don't sound right. Yeah, that looks better.
I only knew this because of the full size one. That's kind of the shape they put it in.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
They've got a ring that very similar.
I had it upside down the whole time. I learned something live on air.
Well, maybe we'll use less wood.
Yeah, maybe it will. Maybe it won't smoke at the beginning.
Now you can put a lot more wood.
I can stack it up higher. That makes me want to try that after the episode. Anyway, so that's what I had for you tonight.
That's great.
That stove reminds me, at least the technology reminds me very much of the Pepsi-G, and some Intrepid, and these stoves, man, were created during the ultralight period of backpacking. Remember? Yeah, there was a phase.
Yeah.
Where everybody had to be super ultralight. And
I do.
Because on the
I'm
trail,
so impressed you made these, and they still use, and you still have them, and you did use them.
Oh, we used them. We used these a lot.
Now, do they work well when it's really, really, really cold?
I do not backpack when it's really, really, really cold. That is what you do.
So you just use this mainly for boiling water because there's not a whole lot of There's not a simmer setting on these.
Backpacking cooking really comes down to boiling water most of the time.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I think a lot of people think about backwoods cooking, and you're like thinking about somebody cooking steaks or something, but usually you're boiling water for a pretty meager, or a pretty simple meal, one pot meal.
No, that's good. So why do you have two? Just as a backup, or you are boiling one for boiling water, one for boiling water?
It's funny. I made these. I didn't have any Guinness cans, and I mentioned it to a friend of mine. He's like, "Oh, I drink Guinness. I'll start bringing you cans." And he's brought me a lot of cans. I was like, I'm not going into business, man. I just need a. So I had enough cans. I just went and made two, just in case because you can imagine somebody would crush one of these almost accidentally.
Yeah, right. You probably need to put them in a firm.
Yeah, and I have a little I have a little stand that sits around.
Okay, all right.
That makes them more.
No, I remember using. You let me borrow it.
I didn't even really know you when you borrowed this.
I know. I don't know. I don't even know why you let me borrow it.
Yes. Yeah. But people were really concerned about ultralight, and these things are light as air.
Oh, they are.
Fuel is light as air. And
denature alcohol is the key, though.
Right. Yep.
Because it burns clean.
Burns clean.
Very clean.
That's really the only way. But you're saying, do they burn when it's cold? Most stoves have a little trouble.
Yeah.
When it's cold.
I agree.
But this would probably not be affected by cold because you're lighting the alcohol.
As long as that center section stays hot, you're keeping it moving.
All right. Well, that brings you to the end of this. Man, I can't believe I learned something on the.
Let's try it.
Yeah, try it after the episode.
Well, if this is your first time listening or watching us on YouTube, we thank you. If you're that long time listener or viewer, we also thank you. Either one of you, hit that subscribe button or hit that like button on the platform you listen with so others can find us and join us in the conversation.
All right, That Don't Sound Right is a production of TSR Podcast in conjunction with Campbell City Studios. Peter and I are your host of the show. We also do all the technical stuff too. The tech, right. That's right. Camille helps out at being barista. Emily helps out with our graphic design. Ella has helped with our Instagram. Brent is our international brand ambassador. Giorgio tests our merchandise. And as always, listener number one is
Scott.
So until next week, keep talking
and stay curious.